Alpha. So they have a fraternity and sorority. It's kind of like an alumni. Different countries as well.
So his nationality, he's not a Ghanaian.
He was given Ghanaian citizenship, but he was born American.
So,
Both him, his family, and everybody.
so the government of America is not requesting for his mortal.
They cannot request for the mortal remains of Du Bois because when he came to Ghana, his passport expired and they had to renew the passport. But they refused the renewal of his passport and that of his second wife. How will I put it? When they left, when they were taking over the cause of slavery, it was just a handful of them. They were a lot, but we call them a handful compared to the population of Africa. They decided to expand and then reproduce so that their generations can expand across them, because it's like if we have been taken from our own land, then we'll dominate their land as well. So we have various of the black people, white people. He looks white, but he's black, very black. Not percentage wise, we just have most a little of them. Their offsprings are from master slaves. Some of them were raped. Some of them had intentional effort to be free. If parents or females had to come to the decision and I want my child to be free, so they make decisions to associate with families that were born free. The spider will not stay at one place for so long. It will move from one place to the other, leave the web, and then connect it to all the places it has moved to. The world and generations benefited from the relationship that Du Bois had with different countries and African congresses, and also because of the relationship that Du Bois had with Nkrumah and Sekou Toure, he connected the both of them, and that was why Nkrumah was made co-president in 2025. So the books in this room, because of the condition of them, they are not accessible to the public because they will tear pieces. But then we have a public library. I'll show you that. So we go back where we started. The packing cases are what Du Bois used to bring his books to Ghana. Because his books were shipped and he cared about them, he lined each box with a foam so that water does not ruin any of his books.
Come and stand here. Come and stand here. It's okay. It's okay.
So the walls of this room are dedicated to women. Women like example, Yasantwa, people who were fighting for the independence of their people. Pictures on the wall. Some of them are off the wall to be reframed and brought back to the wall over the course of time. So, Queen Nanny of the Maroons. Maroon is a town in Jamaica. Those people were forcefully taken away from Ghana. Have you heard of Harriet Tubman? No. So these are women who were fighting, like the way Kwame Nkrumah was fighting for the independence of Ghana. She was fighting for the independence of the people of Maroon in Jamaica. Until today, they do have food, culture, festivals that are similar to that of Ghanaians. We have Laura Ajoko Kofi. She was assassinated or killed in Miami, Florida at age 35. Fatima Ahmed Ibrahim, a political activist fighting for equality. We have Josina Makel. She was also a civil rights activist fighting for freedom. Fremo. Is it Fremo? Yes. She was the first wife of the president of Mozambique. Toni Morrison, she is a writer known for the content of her writing. Her popular book is Beloved, and she pours out her heart in terms of the struggles of Black people. They all put their findings into writing, and they used to have a saying that if you wanted to hide an information from a Black man, you should put it in a book. But then that statement was proven wrong because a lot of Black people had to be in search of this very information so that people do not have access to it, and you have to read to find this very information. Rosa Parks, a very popular story about her is the fact that she was in a bus with a lot of people in the bus, and then a white woman walks up to her in the bus and tells her to vacate her seat for her. She didn't understand the reason why she had to do that. But the white person only had the audacity to ask her to vacate her seat because of her color. So she refused and she rebelled and refused to give her seat to this very white woman. And the fact that she did that was strong and brave and courageous. David Graham's voice. And that's Bois's granddaughter. We use that pathway, but before we go, that is a picture of the Bois at an older age. Over here, you saw him. He was the first Black man to have earned a PhD from Harvard University. And before he passed away, he was given an honorary of letters from the University of Ghana, Legon. In 1959, he celebrated his 91st birthday in China. He was gifted this embroidery, and the embroidery characterizes the life of Dr. Bois. The gray hair signifies old age because he was an old man. The scrolls signifies wisdom. The cane signifies leadership. The deer is for peace, and the seeds are for charity. You can see the cane, right?
Yeah.
What is the reason why the Bois came to Ghana at that very old age? It's 10 to 20 volumes of this document. And the name of the document is the Encyclopedia Africana Dictionary of African Biography. So the way we have a Ghana history book that you study for your government and social studies. It's an example of what it's supposed to be. But because the Bois was old, he was only able to work on 3 volumes. And the 3 volumes covers 8 countries on the continent of Africa. So Ethiopia, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Zaire, now known as DR Congo, Botswana, South Africa, Lesotho, and Swaziland. We have letters and journals written by Dr. Bois in English and in French. So over here you can see the handwriting of Dr. Bois.